So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. And the Chiefs at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
A loss of 13 yards brings up 3rd down.
In motion, Hill. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, Pollard. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A man from nearby Wichita, it's Breece Hall. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. There on the stop was Leo Chanel. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air, eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They're going to look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Looking to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards that time for number 14. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Boy, Charles, that's a great response drive from the rookie quarterback. Remember, threw the pick on the previous possession. Here, he's able to lead him down and throw it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I know from the draft analysis that this is exactly why this team wanted to take this young man. They thought his ability to bounce back from mistakes and quickly turn them into positives, that was something they wanted on their team, and we just saw evidence of it right there. This young man doesn't let anything get to him, and he finds a way to come back big.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they can't bring him down. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. In motion, Hill. Now it's Richardson. It's complete downfield, out left to his running back. 22 yards there, a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. Richardson going to change the play here. They'll run on first down. Hobbs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Broncos' 37-yard line.
Here's Richardson to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Richardson back to throw it. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Down the left sideline, and he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip at his timing at the line of scrimmage, have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Harrison for a Denver touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Derek Stingley picks it.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Richardson going to move him around. In motion, Hill. Now Richardson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here Richardson yet again. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Brandon Ayuk from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll set up a throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Running left, it's Hall. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
2nd and 4. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
Richardson throwing to start the drive. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
On 2nd and 10, Richardson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Ball again on 2nd down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Ball again. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
short throw. He's got Kraft. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it here. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
In motion, Hill. On 1st down, Hobbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Richardson looking to throw this.
And Thomas has it. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Going for it on 4th, Richardson.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now a first carry here for the running back. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And now an audible here into something else.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Open man is Tucker.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Richardson looking to throw.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
2nd and 10. Richardson going to change the play here.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Gets this one to Hill. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Now it's Richardson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this...
And my goodness, another interception.
Derek Stingley picks it.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Richardson.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Richardson working from the gun.
Thomas has got it. Complete. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Here's Richardson to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll set up to throw.
Short throw. He's got Kraft. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
This pass out wide to Hall.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Option play. Here's Hall.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. 2nd and 6.
He'll get that complete to Harrison.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23.
That throw right on the money from the quarterback from Michigan. It's a 1st down. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And a short gain here, down to the 22.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll look to throw. He'll find Metcalf.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now 2nd down and a few inches. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up. But I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. Aubrey now for the point after. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds of this ball game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. One last shot for Richardson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner.